Kristen Brinley with Real Producers and our July DC Metro Real Producers edition. We have Sam Perry and Perry Moving. If you haven't read it yet, definitely check it out on page 36 in our July edition. And Sam, you're a value partner. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Yeah, thank you for having me, Kristen. This is great.
Yeah. No, you're so I mean, I'm pretty excited to talk about this today. 100 years in the business. Y'all started in 1920, three generations later, you've helped hundreds of thousands of families. Normally I ask, did you ever think you'd be in the moving industry?
Yeah, strong possibility.
So tell us exactly what it is that you all do, and then the history of Perry Moving.
Sure. Yeah, so we are a third generation family owned and operated moving and storage company. We do both local, interstate, international moving and storage. We do commercial and residential relocation, shipping and logistics. So we're kind of a full service relocation company. And yeah, we were, my level is consulting anyone looking to relocate.
That's beautiful. So full service. And so the history, you guys have a rich history, in this area. Tell us the history of, Perry Moving.
Yeah, so as you mentioned, my grandfather started the moving business in Nyack, New York in 1920, when there wasn't really a specific household goods moving industry.
Yeah.
So we kind of over the years molded and got into the specific part of household goods moving and storage. And then in 2000, my brother Rich started doing small moves out of a couple mini storage units. 20 years later, we've got three warehouses and, over 100 employees and quite a fleet of trucks.
That's kind of amazing. That's a lot of progress right there. Um,
Yeah.
well, so what makes you different? I feel like that's, what's unique about you all and makes y'all different in the industry?
I would say certainly the longevity of our family in the moving industry, our active role in our daily operations, and our people. We've been fortunate enough to really hire and keep some of the best guys in the industry.
That's beautiful. Do you have like second generation employees and things like that too?
We have yes, we have our one of our road drivers is the son of our warehouse manager. We have husband and wife teams at the company. We have spouses, children that come after college. We actually have couple joining us after after they finish college.
So, I mean, that's a huge compliment when family members come to work for you, second generation, and so on. So, Sam, how do y'all find clients? Tell us, how does
Um,
Scary Moving find clients?
Fortunately, more often than not, they find us because we're kind of a need-based service. We have great relationships with our realtor partners. Um, just a lot of it, fortunately, is word of mouth. We've done over 20 years in the Maryland, DC area. We've done, you know, hundreds of thousands of moves, and we've just gotten really good feedback from our customers and grown the level of our service. So, a lot of times we get
A
our
lot of great reviews.
yeah, yeah. Fortunately, I mean, especially in our industry, it's a very stressful process. Moving is not, on the top of everybody's list of enjoyable events. So, just
It's
hard
kind of like
work
the
and
dentist, right? It's like, oh, yay.
yeah,
We get
yeah.
to do
How do you
that.
leave a good review for your dentist?
Kindly do so. So, what's the plan for you? So, Perry moving the next year, 5 years. What'll be different? What'll be the same? Like, what's important for you all?
You know, a lot of it depends on our real estate market. A lot of it depends on the economy, but I think as a company, we want to sustain sustain growth, but also, kind of improve the quality of our services as much as we can, and just try and improve on what we do, improve the process. It's still lifting furniture, loading furniture, storing furniture. So, there's not a lot on the technology side that can really improve our services, but just, hiring great people, and just improving our environment as a workplace as well.
Yeah, you said something earlier about like leaner and greener, and I loved that. And when it comes to, you know, evolving over the last 100 years, you guys have really evolved to have this moving business continue, because it's just the moving industry has evolved a lot in the last 100 years. So, I
Mhm.
mean, continuing that is, um, uh, that's the main thing to continue in business. I think I totally agree with what you just said.
Yeah.
Um, why is it so important for someone to work with a great mover? Like, why is a great mover so important?
It is obviously, a stressful process, and you don't need your mover adding stress to the process because they're not doing their job properly. I think, working with a good mover, working with a good moving consultant to start, to figure out what moving services are needed, really reduces the stress when it comes to the actual moving process.
Love it. So what steps would you recommend to get into the moving industry? Like, what would
Um,
your advice be?
don't. No, just kidding. No, I mean, it is not an easy industry to get into. A lot of my competitors have been in the business a long time, and it takes a lot of work, a lot of time away from your family. But I mean, do it uh,
So if they want to get into the
sensibly.
industry, should they call you and become part of what you do?
Yeah, yeah, join our team if you want to get into the industry. Absolutely. We have our trade associations that are resources for new movers. But again, it's not a kind of get rich quick scheme. It means, employees, labor, trucks, warehouses. It's something that takes a lot of work and a lot of good people, and people that you trust to grow a business over 100 years.
Right. Yeah, there's some catching up to do. If, people have been in for 100 years. Um, so, I always ask about a secret weapon, something, someone, a habit that has really catapulted you all to the success that you've had. And, I think about your answers and in our conversations, you always are talking about like the customer experience and making sure they have a great experience. And I feel like that's a secret weapon of y'all's. But what would you say? What would you say is like your secret weapon, for why you all do so well?
Well, and for us, I don't know if it's necessarily a secret, but my brother is what has made this company. Rich is hands on. He is 100% this business, and he's committed. And I think all of us kind of follow in his footsteps and try and be as committed as he is. And for example, he's in Florida right now delivering a shipment as the owner of the company. We had a high priority shipment, that needed to be delivered, and he hopped in the truck and, you know, headed down to Florida. So I think just our employees, our owners' commitment to Perry Moving.
That's beautiful. I think that's great. That's some dedication right there. Florida's not too bad, but the way he's doing it is probably not
Well, when
so
it's
ideal.
110 degrees, I don't know about that.
And move it, yeah. So what's an insider tip that you would give others to using your business? What's a tip for using, a moving company?
I think just as I might have mentioned already, the consultation portion of our business, knowing what you need, knowing, I get a lot of calls saying, oh, I already ordered a pod and I'm moving to Florida with a pod. And sometimes that's maybe not always the best option. So just having someone at least come out and give you a free consultation about moving, what you need, what a good process is, how much time we need between when we do the consultation and when we schedule our services. So I think just educating our customers, potential customers about the moving industry and about the moving process.
Absolutely. I hear almost all the time, call earlier.
Yes, yeah. Well, this time of year, yeah, Memorial Day to Labor Day is peak season for every mover in the country.
Yeah, oh my goodness, of course, right? Before school starts.
Yeah.
Well, so why did you decide to be part of Real Producers?
I think it's just a tremendous opportunity to be part of Real Producers, and have the opportunity to network and meet some very successful real estate professionals. And we were excited to be part of Real Producers because I want to partner with those successful real estate professionals and help them and their customers with moving.
Absolutely. Well, and you're part of several Real Producers and have been referred a nice amount of times to us. So it's an honor to have you as a partner. And if
Great to
y'all
be here.
haven't read his story and the story of Perry Moving, make sure you do in our July edition and check out Perry Moving. Thank you so much for being with us today, Sam.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, Kristen.
Absolutely. Have a great day, everybody.
Thanks.